a Chinese reusable spacecraft successfully returned to Earth on the evening of Thursday, September 5th Eastern Time, following its third orbital flight. This mission was briefly reported by the state-run Xinhua news agency. The report did not provide images or detailed information about the mission, including the landing site. However, it did mention that the successful experiment demonstrates the growing maturity of China's reusable space technology. According to the report, these technologies are expected to pave the way for more convenient and affordable space travel for peaceful purposes in the future. The Chinese spacecraft was launched from the Jiuquan spaceport aboard a Long March 2F rocket on December 14th, just 2 weeks before the U.S. launched its X-37B spaceplane aboard a Falcon Heavy rocket into a classified orbit. The Chinese spacecraft is believed to be similar to the X-37B. Astrophysicist and space observer Jonathan McDowell noted that the Chinese spacecraft likely passed over its intended landing site in the Lopner region of the Xinjiang Autonomous Region in northwestern China at around 9:10 p.m. Eastern Time on September 5. He stated, "The Chinese spacecraft completed its third flight. Chinese media reported its landing on September 6th, Beijing time. My calculations show that the ground track of orbit 2023-195A passed over the usual landing site at Lopner at 1:10 UTC on September 6. Observations of the spacecraft's maneuvers in orbit had suggested that it was preparing for its return to Earth. In late July, amateur optical astronomers captured images of the spacecraft in orbit. This landing marked the end of the spacecraft's third mission, which lasted 267 days, comparable to the second mission's duration of 276 days. The first flight in 2020 lasted 2 days. All missions involved deploying a small satellite or object into orbit. During the second and third missions, the main spacecraft appeared to conduct rendezvous operations with the object it had released. The third mission took place in June. While it's unclear if the spacecraft retrieved the object temporarily and released it again, their close proximity suggests intentional close-range operations. Similar rendezvous maneuvers were also carried out during the second mission. Such operations could be useful for inspecting, repairing, or servicing friendly satellites, or for counter-space operations against adversarial satellites. China has maintained strict secrecy around this mission. The country's space authorities have not released images or descriptions of the spacecraft. Brief reports on the mission from Chinese sources indicate that the spacecraft is intended to test reusable technologies, conduct space science experiments, and provide technical support for the peaceful use of space. The orbital reusable spacecraft is designed to work in tandem with a reusable suborbital first stage. The suborbital vehicle, which uses vertical takeoff and horizontal landing, was first tested in 2021, with a second flight in August 2022. The China Aerospace Science and Technology Corporation, HATH, which developed the spacecraft, announced plans for a fully reusable two-stage-to-orbit (TSTO) launch system before the first launch. In 2022, CASC's spaceplane project received national funding from China's National Natural Science Foundation. This development is part of China's broader effort to expand its access to space and develop reusable spaceflight solutions. The time between landing and the next launch of the vehicle may provide some insight into progress in reusability capabilities. Now, do you think the Chinese mission is more military in nature than civilian? Let us know in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe for more such awesome content. Also, please take our memberships to support us.